Hi, this is Mohammed with Dubaimachines.com. We're doing a quick review today of the Cassida UNOplus, which is basically a currency detection machine by Cassida. This machine is built to read any currency out there. So UAE dirhams, euros, US dollars, whatever currency you have, this machine can read it. This is basically a very reliable machine. It's very simple, very portable, but at the same time it is also very reliable. As far as the look and the feel of the machine is concerned, you can see that this is built to be set up very easily. It doesn't take a lot of space. This weighs just about 1.6 kilos. So it's easy to place next to your cash counters at your reception or wherever it is that you plan to be, checking currencies or verifying them. You can also take it around with you. Just fold this part in, plug off, pull out the power adapter, and you're good to go. 1.6 kilos and 4-inch display. So we're going to go ahead and test this machine now. Let's turn it on. It's powered on now. We're going to test a couple of different currencies, a couple of different bills that we have with us. So we're going to turn on the IR, which is basically your infrared. This turns on your display, and we're going to use a 100 dirham note and put it on the machine here. Now you can see quite clearly the eagle. You can see quite clearly some of these markings. So you see this one here, and you see the CASHIER, you see again this particular marking. But when you look at the actual note, there's a whole lot more that's on the bill. You go back again and you see that you just see a few things on this bill. So this is basically one of the more primitive methods of detecting the accuracy or the validity of a currency. I'm going to try this with another bill here. We have a rupee bill, 1,000 rupees, and you can see that there's a whole lot of stuff on it. When we put it on though, you can see the flag and the number is only thing that's visible. You cannot see the 1000 that's written here. You cannot see the image here. So none of this stuff is actually visible, except these few markings that are on the bill. So we've tested this with a couple of currencies. Now we're going to move on to the other feature, which is basically UV, which is ultraviolet. We'll turn off the display because that's not needed here. This blue light is basically your ultraviolet light, and this will help us see the markings on the bill. So these markings were not visible to the naked eye, but they are visible. So for example, let me point this out. So this particular line, this particular mark over here, this line, this is actually something, this is a feature that is available on most bills and most currencies out there, and it is completely invisible to the naked eye, but you're able to spot this here. And again, we will try this with another currency. We're going to bring in the rupee note again, and let's see. So here it is, here they are, and then we have more here. So this is something that you will find on most currencies out there, right? And this machine is built to read it. We're going to take a look at the third feature, which is basically a watermark. So we're going to turn off the UV. We will turn on the display again, your IR. Let's wait for it. And then we will also turn on the watermark feature, right? So you see the light changes just a bit, and it is very clear here, the watermark. It is not very clear on the display here because of the lighting conditions, but when we see it here, it's very clear. We see the falcon, we see the 100 written under it, we see the jug thing on this note. And again, this is something that's very common on various currencies. So we're going to test it. Another one here. So here you see the image of a person, but when you actually look at the note, you see, or at the bill that is, you see that there is no image here. Again, we put it under the scanner and you see the individual. Again, it's not visible to the naked eye. So moving on, we look at the last feature, which is basically your magnetic ink. We don't need the display for this. This is basically the reader for it. We have the magnetic ink feature turned on. So we're just going to take a 100 dirham note here. This is the portion that is marked with magnetic ink, and we will test it here, and this sound tells us that you have a real bill in your hands. This machine is available for purchase with Dubaimachines.com. Feel free to call us at any time to discuss more in detail. Thank you for your time.